going on, everybody? It's your favorite uncle, Chris D, aka Willy Wonka, aka Doobie Man, back in the motherfucking house, back with another stream of consciousness. And in this particular stream of consciousness, I want to first present a scenario to you, get your thoughts on it, and then we'll continue the conversation. So here's the scenario. Imagine that you and a coworker, y'all hang out together, you and this dude. Y'all been knowing each other for 5 or 6 years. He normally likes to play the lottery. You not so much. But he always be saying, man, when I hit this lottery, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. You just be like, yeah, man, I hear you, bro. So one day, y'all go to the liquor store, well, y'all go to the gas station, and you say, hey, man, let me hold 10. He said, all right, got you. So you go in, you buy a pack of Newports, and just for kicks, you end up buying a lottery ticket. He do too, but he always do, right? So y'all both buy, you buy $2 worth, he buy like $20 worth. So you buy a pack of Newports for $7, and then the 2 lottery tickets, and then like a lighter come out to the 10. So you blow the whole 10. And you say, I got you back tomorrow. You say, all right, no worries. You know what I'm saying? You good for it. So you get home, you scratch the ticket, and you fuck around and you done won $10 million off this lottery ticket. Here's the scenario. This is what I'm curious about. What is your first instinct as far as whether or not you would share with your homeboy? Is your first instinct, fuck that nigga, I'ma pay him back that $10 I owe him, but apart from that, he ain't got nothing to do with this? Did your mind first go to that? Did your mind go to, that's my nigga, that's the homie, he always playing the lottery, he gave me the 10, maybe this was the universe working through me to help him, and I'm going to just go 50-50 with him on it. Whatever we get, I'm going to split down the middle and give him half. Did your mind go to that? I'm just curious, because you could make a point for both, in the sense that when I think about this scenario, a part of me is like, fuck that. That's all mine. But I can recognize and see how fucked up and selfish that is, because really, that ain't none of ours. I didn't do anything to earn that money. It is given to me. And so if I have this perception, fuck that, it's all mine. It was never mine to begin with. And I'm just curious, why is it? Is this an American thing? Is this a male thing? Is this a black male thing? I don't know. Is this a generational thing? I'm just curious. Why is our natural instinct to be so selfish with that? If you think hard enough about it, the right move would be to just split it down the middle with the homie. Because I want to really walk through this thought experiment as far as like how far I went with it in my mind and shit. Because I feel like my superpower is the ability to see potential futures where maybe other people are not able to do that. So let's walk through some different scenarios. I keep it. So now he becomes angry and bitter with me because of his perception that I should share it with him because of what? I mean, is he really coming from a real place with that? Not necessarily, but you can't tell him that. Not if he is the type of person that plays every day, that always is talking about, man, man, I know God got me, bro. I know one of these days I'm going to hit. And then you hit, and you his homie. And he gave you the $10 to do it. It's tricky. Why am I talking about this? Because I feel like a lot of us me included, sometimes I operate from a very low vibrational space, whether it's being petty, being jealous, being angry, getting frustrated, all of these negative things that I feel like overcloud our ability to see the bigger picture, to see the good in others, and not focus so much on this low negativity type shit. Let's look at the other side of that. I get the $10 million. He ain't said nothing. We ain't really talked about it. And I just show up at his crib and I give him half. Listen, man, I know I won this. But in my mind, we won this. You always have been talking about how you felt like the universe had your back. And it did, bro. It just so happened to go through me to help you. And we both was able to come up on that. You feel what I'm saying? Just think about the energy and intention behind those two positions. By thinking about the energy and the intention behind those two positions, I feel like we can arrive at a better place where the friendship is not altered or hindered or whatever. And you can also walk away feeling very good about the situation. This is the thing. When you do fucked up shit, when you do fuck boy shit, when you slide with your homeboy's girl, or lie on a nigga at work, or cut somebody off in traffic, or fuck somebody over, or take money from somebody and never pay them back, or like whenever you get over on people, not institutions, because I feel like that's different. If you want to download a movie, download a song, if you want to steal a pack of drawers from Walmart, by all means, if you can do it, go for it. If you want to cheat the IRS, that's your business. If you want to there's a lot of people got them PPP loans and ain't nobody know nothing. It's a lot of people sell drugs for 10, 15, 20 years and retire and just go live off of that. I'm not hating on fucking over the institution, but when you fuck over your fellow man, people that you live with, that you are around every day, I feel like that's a different level of fucked up. I've been having a lot of internal conversations about money and the value of money and what it really means to people and what it really means to me. Because I feel like I've always been under the assumption that if you win $1 million, you basically shouldn't have to work. And so I've always been under the assumption that all of these athletes, football players, entertainers are fucking stupid. Because, or like, even like, sometimes you watch those movies and at the peak of the movie or the peak of the show, Walter White, for example. Okay, let's take Walter White, for example. So if you watch Breaking Bad, if Walter White had stopped or leveled off right when Jesse had found that apartment, Jesse had found Jane, him and Jane were dating, going to the museum, doing shit, and they were also working for Gus. No, this was before they met Gus. If they had just stayed working those local neighborhoods, if they had just stayed like that, Walt would have been making money, Jesse would have been making money, Jane would still be alive, her father would still be alive. It wouldn't have been this horrific, horrendous thing that ended up happening. Frank Lucas. If Frank Lucas had come back from Vietnam with that first lick and then set up the business to where other people like Nicky Barnes and whoever else, and he was just the intermediary between the two, never touching nothing but just getting a consultant fee, this nigga could have basically brought the Dominican Republic. You know what I'm saying? He could have went to Vietnam. They would have never fucking been able to catch him, or Indonesia or someplace like that. Got in cool with the government, and his family would still be over there balling. You take motherfuckers from Texas, New York, California, any of the biggest sellers are white. And had they been smart enough to just invest that money after even just a couple of months of getting started, they would have been set for the rest of their lives. There's this thing that goes along with capitalism that I find very interesting, in that one of the negative aspects of playing it at its highest level is the want and need to return all of it. Dame Dash. This dude was at the very, very top, but there's a part of capitalism that negative, maybe it's not negative, maybe it's the same thing that drives the person to want to make the money in the first place. But I never understood this need within people to turn around and give it right back. I like nice things. I would love to have some nice Jordans, a nice car, a nice crib, but and I'm 48 years old, so I feel like if I was making this video when I was in my 20s, niggas could be like, yeah, whatever, nigga, it's gonna change when you get older. I am older. I'm speaking from an uncle perspective, and so I have never understood the want or need for mansions. If I live by myself, I need a 1-bedroom crib, maybe 2 bedrooms, and the second bedroom is an office or something like that, or a guest room. I don't want to stay in no big ass crib. And this is coming from a nigga who been living on his own since he was goddamn 20. Well, I left home when I was 17 to go to the army. And then I moved back home, but I was staying in my mama's crib. I hated that shit. Terrifying. 3-bedroom crib? Nah. All them empty rooms was going on in there. I feel like as soon as I close my eyes, it's a ghost party. Fuck that. There's no fucking way I could live in a mansion. I don't want all of that space. I would rather have a smaller crib and just have a whole bunch had that motherfucker technologically hooked up like on some Tony Stark shit. I walk in the kitchen and be like, hey, make me a milkshake. Not talking to nobody in particular, just like, and then the motherfucker be like, I bet, got you. Milkshake ready in 3 minutes. And then the technology just be technologically in. You feel me? I go in the living room, big ass TV, game, Xbox, Nintendo 64, Dreamcast, all of them shits. Motherfucking PlayStation 2, that green Halo Xbox with the green controller. I have all that shit. Any one of them that I wanted to play, I just throw it up. I would have a motherfucking 10 terabyte hard drive, and on that motherfucker, I would put every movie I've ever seen. Goddamn download every movie I've ever seen, every TV show I've ever seen, just throw all that shit on there. And then I would make playlists every night and then just watch like different episodes of old shows that I loved when I was younger. And then on Saturdays, I'd make a big ass bowl of cereal, go sit in front of my big ass TV and watch a playlist of cartoons that I loved when I was a kid. That's what I would do if I had $1 million. That's all I got for this particular episode. What would you do with $1 million? If you made it to the end of the video, leave a $sign in the comments. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you appreciate this type of content, long form, where a person just speaks on any particular topic, and if you would like for me to speak on other things, leave it in the comments. All right, man, until next time, keep your head up, stay down, stay out of trouble, because God knows it's hard. Until next time, we out. Peace.